Where do I start? All I can say is that when I set the system up and started to play music through it, I was in trouble. When I eventually managed to get music going through it, the white flag of the EVOX 12 was flying. Don't get me wrong, the EVOX 12 is a great system and I wholeheartedly stand by that admission. But when the QSC system was fired up, it was all over. It was all over. I had to turn down the volume from the tablet, from the position where it was, playing the same track when I was testing the EVOX 12. I also had to throttle back the gain on the K8 to around the 10 o'clock position because the 12 o'clock gain position was too loud. It is an 18-inch subwoofer. That QSC KW181 subwoofer gained its reputation for a reason. It costs that price for a reason. It gets the reviews it does for a reason. It gets the ratings that it does because of the results it churns out. When I managed to get this system going, I then realized that that is a subwoofer. The bass was plowing the foundations of the house like it was a ground assault. I walked out of this room and I could feel the bass in the other rooms. I got goosebumps. I walked up the stairs and I still couldn't escape the heavy bass. That subwoofer was dumping and hammering heavy, solid bass directly into the floor. The bass goes so low, like a true sub, with a wallop. I mean, I wasn't even going to shoot this video. Waste of time. It was all over. This system killed it. The bass was like explosion after explosion. I don't even know what I was thinking of. It's a comparison between the EVOX 12's 15-inch subwoofer with this 18. An 18-inch driver in a bigger enclosure with its own dedicated amplifier compared to a 15-inch driver in a smaller enclosure. I didn't do the maths. Simple. I didn't know this would be that much better than the EVOX 12s. It absolutely ripped it apart. All over when I was trying to get a decent signal. Oh, unfortunately, going back to the music, I didn't take much notice of the performance of the mids and the highs from this system in comparison to the EVOX 12. But another thing I prefer with this system is with the K8. If you notice, I could play with the DSP in the mixer section. I could enhance and set the high frequencies to either vocal boost or flat. And also independently, I could alter the low frequencies to normal or external sub, where the lower frequencies could be diverted and taken care of through the subwoofer. The EVOX 12, on the other hand, it does have its boost button to adjust your sound, but there's a lot more flexibility and fine tuning on board the the K8 and the Yamaha, for example. Because let's face it, no two venues you play your system in are going to be the same. Your system's likely to sound different from venue to venue. You'll be located in different positions in rooms. The rooms will be of all different dimensions. Or you may be outside, you may be outdoors. You may be outdoors in a marquee. The sound will travel differently when you're challenged with a variety of venues. And the more DSP options available, the better. That could be your savior. But the subwoofer, that also has its own gain control, so you can increase its presence with bass galore, or you can turn it down if needed, if you need to produce a lighter bass. This test was being recorded again through the same smartphone. Unfortunately, I never even attempted to hook up the Yamaha. What was the point? If you were like me considering the EVOX over the QSC KW181 sub-bass system, I hope you have all you need to make up your mind. When I turned this on and heard the bass coming from this subwoofer, so pleasing, so good, full and nice and heavy. It seems that I could hear this subwoofer saying to me, remember me? God. The RCF. The EVOX 12 is, as I keep saying, it's truly a fantastic system. It's got great sound and portability, the weight of it for what you're getting. And it's extremely well made. But up against the QSC 181 sub-bass system, different ball game. Good gosh. The QSC is the real deal. Comparison wise, I would say the bass on the RCF is more similar to deep bass from a big speaker that's got a big bass driver. Well, this has got a 15-inch driver. That's what it's similar to. But in comparison now, I see it falls short of being a true subwoofer. Let's see. Yeah. I might do a comparison test of it with my QSC K sub. Yeah, that might be similar. Yeah, it's a good idea. We'll see.